The Steelers' most dangerous gamble yet. Will this break their season? This could go down as one of the worst signings in the NFL this year. And what makes it even more concerning, the consequences might be felt immediately, right from the start of the season. The Pittsburgh Steelers, one of the NFL's most historic franchises, have been walking a razor-thin line all off-season. After months of non-stop speculation, dramatic trades, unexpected draft picks, and headline-grabbing free agent signings, they've managed to keep the NFL world glued to their every move. But the attention hasn't been entirely positive. For months, both fans and analysts have tried to piece together the Steelers' plan, trying to predict if their aggressive strategy will catapult them back into contention or lead to another frustrating season of underachievement. The moves were big, the names were bold, but now that training camp is underway and rosters are solidifying, the real test begins, and that's where the doubt creeps in. Despite all the excitement, there's a growing sense of unease. People are asking the hard questions. Will these new pieces fit together? Can this locker room gel under pressure? And above all, is the coaching staff up to the challenge? Recently, Steelers insider Mark Kaboly took to X, formerly Twitter, to answer fan questions in a detailed mailbag. One question stood out: do you think the Steelers' defense can become a top 5 unit this year? Kaboly didn't sugarcoat it. He acknowledged the talent, the structure, the potential, but he also made one thing clear: talent alone isn't enough. In his view, this team needs schematic creativity and coaching adaptability to unlock that potential. The raw skills are there, sure, but unless the coaches introduce new wrinkles and smarter strategies, this defense could fall flat when it matters most. Let's be honest, that's a tough pill to swallow for Steelers Nation. This defense has been under enormous pressure heading into the 2025 season. Part of it is natural. You've got aging veterans, lingering injury concerns, and the emotional baggage of past playoff failures. But there's also a strategic challenge. With the AFC getting stronger each year, you can't afford to play it safe. You need innovation. You need aggression. You need leadership. The front office didn't ignore this. In the 2025 NFL Draft, the Steelers sent a clear message. Out of 7 total picks, 5 were defensive players. A loud and clear signal that fixing the defense was a top priority. The crown jewel of that group? First-round defensive tackle Derk Harmon. Harmon comes into the league with expectations sky high. First-round picks don't get the luxury of time. From day one, he'll be expected to make plays, hold the line, and anchor the front. But what makes his arrival even more compelling is his attitude. Harmon hasn't walked in with arrogance or entitlement. Instead, he's expressed deep admiration for Steelers legend Cam Hayward, one of the most respected voices in the locker room. Harmon has already shown a hunger to learn, a rare sign of humility from a top draft pick. That mindset could be what separates him from becoming just another name or a future Pro Bowl regular. But here's the reality. Even the most talented rookies can fail without proper coaching. Kaboly emphasized that too. The coaching staff, not just the players, is under a massive microscope this year. With so many young stars and veteran leaders, this team has the raw material to be elite. But that's meaningless if they're not developed properly. The Steelers can't afford to waste another season figuring things out mid-year. The time is now. And if all that wasn't enough drama, another issue is simmering in the background: the contract situation of TJ Watt. Watt isn't just a star, he's the heartbeat of the defense and arguably the most important player on the roster. His ability to pressure quarterbacks, force turnovers, and lead by example has defined this team for years. But so far, he's been absent from all off-season programs, and fans are starting to panic. Negotiating his next deal is complicated. Watt commands a premium price, and rightly so, but his absence casts a shadow over everything the Steelers are trying to build. If they can't lock him down long-term, it could destabilize the entire defensive unit. However, there's a glimmer of hope. On a recent appearance on the Pat McAfee show, Aaron Rodgers casually hinted that Watt's contract might be closer than people think. That one statement sent waves through Steelers Nation. Could a deal be coming soon? If so, it would be a much-needed boost of confidence and momentum. So, here's the big picture. The Steelers are stacked with talent, overflowing with potential, and backed by a passionate fan base that's desperate for a deep playoff run. But they're also one or two wrong turns away from a total collapse. This offseason has been bold. But boldness alone doesn't win championships. Execution does. If the coaching staff steps up, if players like Derk Harmon rise to the moment, if they lock down TJ Watt,